The team in purple needs a win, and they're in the Motor City to get it. It's a rematch, and a hot young Vikings rookie is here to lay it all out. The Gophers are fire on ice these days. Their coach is here to talk team turnaround. We are all over hockey. We're talking high school predictions for you, and we have an update on Big Keith Williams and more. It is all ahead. It's game day. It's Game On. In the heart of Minneapolis, you found us. Game On, powered by 7 Steakhouse, Sushi, Ultralounge, and Skybar, downtown's ultimate event destination, even in this cold weather, for Pete's sake, where every seat is the best in the house. And again, good morning. Great to have you with us. This is Game On, powered by 7, your ultimate event destination. I'm Rod Simons. This is Jimmy, who has stepped in with us because it has been tough sledding for Viking fans. And as Detroit hosts the Vikings today, I had to get a real Vikings fan, and he has been right on all his picks this season. So Jimmy, as we do our holiday shopping and we kind of scurry around to get ready and we keep an eye on the football game, who wins today between Detroit and Minnesota?
Minnesota by far.
Minnesota by far. No numbers, just by far.
Yep.
I love it. Jimmy is the man. Thank you for being here today. And as you know, we always start Game On by the numbers. And when you look at the numbers, the Vikings 2-10, losers of 4 straight and 6 of their last 7. But Jimmy says that's all changing today, so I'm going to hold him to his word. Lions aim for their first series sweep since 1997. By the way, the Timberwolves open camp Friday as NBA free agency continues, and Twins Fest tickets are already on sale as spring training approaches February 18th. And delighted to kick this game day game on with the big tight end. Kyle Rudolf is in the house. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Everybody is talking about the catch, and it was absolutely awesome. You reach over and you grab it. It's been on ESPN all week. Everybody's been running it. I bet you're still hearing about it.
A little bit, you know. It was a big play for us. It was, something that we had been practicing during the week, and we were fortunate enough to get the look that we expected with them playing a lot of man coverage. And Christian made, an unbelievable throw, as he's done, throughout the course of the year, and I was just able to make a play.
There's a lot of Notre Dame tight ends who have been absolutely memorable. Dave Casper and the sorts. You're just a rookie, but already people are talking about a gigantic career for you.
That was part of the reason why I chose Notre Dame.
Really?
With the great history of the tight ends they've had there, especially as of late. I mean, everyone goes back to the McAfees, the Bavaros, the Caspers, but as of late, guys, John Carlson's a Lynchburg native.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony Fasano, guys that have had success in the NFL, and I wanted to follow in their footsteps.
As tough as this season has been, with just the 2 wins and the losses, there are still some bright spots, and one of them for you has got to be the fact that you're a rookie and you're getting a lot of playing time and you're really learning the ropes and you haven't hit that wall yet.
Definitely, like as you said, we didn't expect this season to go this way at the beginning, but we're a very young team, and this next upcoming month, these last 4 games are extremely important for us to go out there and gain some momentum into the offseason. A lot of people ask, well, you can't make the playoffs, so what do you guys really play for? And it's really important for us. We got a lot, like I said, we got a lot of young guys, and we can win a few games here this last month and really build some confidence going into the offseason.
The cynics are out there saying that you guys are mailing it in and you don't give a dang about the rest of the season, but I'm in that locker room. I don't buy that.
Yeah, I know. I don't think there's a guy in that locker room that's going to quit. I feel like we go out every Sunday and we show that.
Yeah. He's the big man. He's the tight end. We're delighted to have him with us. It's Kyle Rudolf, and it's only here on Game On. And you can always catch up with us and get the latest on your teams at our site. It's GameOnTVMN.com. Great blogs. Shockers Locker covers the Vikings from A to Z. We have Twins, baseball, the Wild, the Wolves, MMA. We link you to our Viking partner site, purplepride.org. Check us out. It's GameOnTVMN.com.
Hey, could you hold that, please? All right. Here we go. Keep the change. Just over 9 minutes to go. Hello,
Me too. How are you?
It's the sure sign of a good time. Just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Apparently I didn't get the Thong Thursday memo.
Now you can sell your gold and get a great wireless deal in one stop.
We'll show you.
The twins at BC Wireless offer prepaid plans with recurring billing, no contracts, no credit checks. At BC Wireless, we offer T-Mobile, Simple Mobile, Boost Mobile,
and Gold.
BC Wireless also buys your gold. BC Wireless with 2 metro locations and growing. For gold and prepaid wireless, it's BC Wireless.
Los atendemos en español.
7 is the ultimate fine dining and entertainment destination. There's 3 levels of distinct and unforgettable experiences ahead. 7 is the winner of the prestigious Open Table Diners Choice Award. It's memorable. You'll never forget 7's 5-star steakhouse, 7's award-winning menu. 7 Sushi is not only unique, but unrivaled. And 7's view is sweeping and magnificent year-round. 7 offers catering, the ease of front door valet, and unforgettable service. It's 7, downtown Minneapolis, your ultimate event destination. Welcome back. It's Game On, powered by 7, your ultimate event destination. Rod and Kyle Rudolf, number 82. Delighted to have you in the house. It's the Detroit Lions today. A game, the Lions came into the Metrodome and took care of business. They've been struggling a little bit lately. They don't have the big defensive linemen. This is a game you guys think you can get.
Definitely. We felt like, last time we played them, we let one get away.
Right.
And, this is really important for us starting the 4th quarter of our season in the final 4 games. And, we're going to do everything we can to go out there today and get the win.
Can you tell offensive coordinator Musgrave to just open it up and just start throwing passes to you all the time? I like it. I like it when you guys run the short slants and get you open, because it seems like you're open a lot.
I go through each week preparing, whatever Coach Frazier and Coach Musgrave, provide me as far as the package goes.
So you won't send my well wishes to them?
I'll let you take care of that.
I appreciate that. Let's talk about the Notre Dame legacy, because there have been, Coach Lucia is on with us, Gopher Hockey a little bit later, and he's a big Notre Dame alum, and it just seems like there's a lot of great athletes that come through there, and you're one of the many.
Definitely. Notre Dame's a very special place throughout all athletics.
Yeah.
The hockey program, women's soccer just won the national championship last year, and the list goes on and on.
Was it hard to leave as a junior?
It was, especially the way my junior season went with the injuries. But after sitting down with my family for a long time, we felt this was the best decision.
So where did Notre Dame wind up in the bowl picture?
They're going to the Champs Sports Bowl in Orlando, Florida.
Against?
The Florida State Seminoles.
So you and Ponder, have you guys, and your old roommate, he's found his place now. But I'm sure there's going to be some conversation, if you will.
Definitely. We saw this matchup coming a couple weeks ago, hoping that we knew Notre Dame was probably going to end up there. We were hoping Florida State would as well, and we got our wish. Despite
the way the season has kind of unraveled, you feel good about being in Minnesota and being with the Vikings?
I do. I'm very happy with the Vikings organization and the opportunity they've provided me, and we obviously think our future is very bright here, and we got a lot of young talent. So we're excited for this last month of the season.
He is going to be one of the greatest tight ends this Viking team has ever had. You write it down and watch, because you are special, 82. Delighted to have you here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Kyle Rudolf of the Minnesota Vikings, only here on Game On. And when you join us here at 7, we got you covered with a free charge for that cell phone. The T-Mobile charging station will take care of you and put a charge back in that smartphone of yours. It's all courtesy of T-Mobile and 7.
It's T-Mobile's 4G Wonderland.
Smartphones ring, are you listening? 4G speeds.
Yep, they're blistering.
Stream movies and shows.
It's Santa to go.
Walking in a 4G Wonderland.
Search for gifts.
Like a scooter?
That was fast.
Goodbye, computer.
Our fastest phones of all time.
Like the Samsung Galaxy S2.
And each line is $49.99.
Walking in a 4G Wonderland.
Being creative is who we are.
At Wallingberg and Deebly, families are our passion. We help create new families.
This combination of experience, passion, and creativity allows us to fully represent individuals in family court crises.
Wallingberg and Deebly believes in families. We will listen, counsel, and advocate for you. Wallingberg and Deebly, the premier family law firm of Minnesota.
Welcome back. It's Game On, powered by 7, your ultimate event destination downtown. Nice and cold, and man who loves being in the cold hockey rinks. It's Coach Don Lucia. Great to have you here.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. When you talk about Gopher Hockey, and I hear it from fans on the website, emailing me all the time, there is a great deal of excitement because you're off to a very hot start. Knock on wood.
We're off to a great start, and our kids have really embraced it from day one. We knew we had a very difficult early season schedule. 7 out of our first 10 in the league were on the road.
Right.
But we got off to a great start on the road, winning the first 4, and that just kind of set us up. We've had great goaltending. We've had timely scoring. Defensively, we've been very strong, and when your goaltender makes a big save at a key moment in the game, that helps you win. Just look at the Wild, same thing.
Absolutely, and the Wild have been red hot. You know, over the last couple of years, the team has taken some lumps, but I keep telling people that you had a lot of defections. You had a lot of kids leave. You had injuries and other things. It just seems like it's all coming together now.
Well, we needed it to happen. I mean, there's a lot of pride in Gopher Hockey in the Twin Cities and certainly in our state, and we're kind of a flagship athletic when you look at hockey in our state, and you know, they expect the Gophers to be good. We expect the Gophers to be good. When we're not, it's disappointing for the coaches, it's disappointing for our players, and certainly our fans. And so, you know, I think one of the things we've been able to do is we're a little feel-good story this year, that we have got off to a good start. The fan support's been tremendous, and you know, there hasn't been a lot of winning in the Twin Cities the last couple of years, so it's good that we can do our fair share this year.
You're doing it with a lot of underclassmen too.
Yeah, we are. We have a lot of young guys. You know, most of our team is freshmen and sophomores. We have 4 seniors that are playing, only 1 junior, and the rest are freshmen and sophomores. So the freshmen have come in and done a nice job, but when your senior goaltender is there to anchor your team, that makes a big difference.
Talk about Patterson as your goaltender. He is special.
He really is. You know, one of the nice things about Kent is that he bided his time a little bit. You know, he wasn't the starter his first 2 years, and some guys get disillusioned, but all he did is work. He worked every day at his craft, and when his opportunity came last year, he took the position over, was a second-team All-League goaltender, and is playing like an All-American so far this year. After
Goals were an issue last year, ain't a problem this year.
Well, we've had some timely scoring, and last couple of years it seems like maybe we'd get a lead 1-0 or 2-1, and then we'd sit there. We couldn't get that next goal during the course of a game, and you know, sooner or later the other team's going to come back. This year we've been able to get the separation goal that you have to have. We've been able to score in the third period, which has been a real strength of ours, and you know, that's a credit to our strength coach Cal Dietz, who does a great job with our guys, and we think our guys are in really terrific shape this year.
Very excited to have the coach Don Lucia. Gopher Hockey is on our plate, and it's only here on Game On. Time now for the Wheels of Thunder week ahead. The Vikings host the New Orleans Saints on December 18th. The Wild get Chicago on December 14th, and the Wolves, their only preseason home game is December 17th against the Milwaukee Bucks. The Swarm will be busy in January against Buffalo. The Valkyrie are at Seattle on January 6th. And the Twins get this 75 days away from spring training. Coach Don Lucia and the Gopher Hockey team December 30th against Niagara. Central Michigan takes on the men's basketball team the 13th. The Gopher women at Denver on the 14th. Wheels of Thunder on their radar on the 17th. They're in Elk River, and in Shakopee, they're running the Amsoil Nationals right after the New Year, January 6th.
Dear NFL football, You inspire us to do some crazy things to both ourselves and our loved ones. But if a fan loving his team is crazy, then pass the Bud Light and call us crazy.
Bud Light, proud to be the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Here we go.
Looking good, dog.
Now you can sell your gold and get a great wireless deal in one stop.
We'll show you.
The twins at BC Wireless offer prepaid plans with recurring billing, no contracts, no credit checks. At BC Wireless, we offer T-Mobile, Simple Mobile, Boost Mobile,
and gold.
BC Wireless also buys your gold. BC Wireless with 2 metro locations and growing. For gold and prepaid wireless, it's BC Wireless.
Los atendemos en español.
Pick up the latest issue of Wheels of Thunder magazine. If it's on wheels, you'll find it in Wheels of Thunder. Full color photos of bikes, trikes, cars, trucks, and even sleds. High performance or right off the street. Mind-blowing power, speed, and custom touches. It's all in Wheels of Thunder magazine. Plus, find out about the latest races, rallies, and custom products and services in your area. Check out Wheels of Thunder on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Wheels of Thunder.
Welcome back. It's Game On, powered by 7, your ultimate event destination. Game day. Vikings at Detroit a little bit later on Fox 9, talking hockey with Coach Don Lucia of the Gophers. I got to tell you, I was so excited to see a few months ago that you got the extension. From a personal perspective, that must feel really good.
Well, it does. I mean, when you go into the last year of the contract, it makes it difficult for recruiting. We also understood that we had to have some success this year, and I'm just grateful for the group of guys that we have. Got a very good coaching staff, and the guys have put in their time, and now we're getting some reward, and the program needed that this year.
Do you hear some of the unrest about the Gophers leaving the WCHA for the Big Ten in a few years?
Well, I think that it's a little uneasiness right now, but when you look at what we're trying to do, we had no choice but to leave the WCHA because, with the Big Ten, if you have 6 teams, there's a Big Ten championship. So when Penn State was going to add hockey, which for the sport is good,
right,
that a program like Penn State's going to add, that we're going to have a 6-team league. But one of the things we're trying to do is continue some of our rivalries, especially our in-state rivals. Right. So we're looking at continuing to play Bemidji and Mankato and St. Cloud State, UMD, and also looking to hopefully start a tournament at the XL Center with our in-state schools. It'll be similar to a bean pot, that we can do that and be a destination every year. And if we can do those things, then maybe we're going to have the best of both worlds. Mm-hmm. And 10 years from now, all these new leagues will be the new norm. Yeah, change is uneasy for anybody, especially since you guys are kind of driving the ship on this and probably know a lot more than other people. Yeah, I mean, change is difficult because we've had such a great league in the WCH. It's been good for Minnesota. Yeah. I think Minnesota's been good for the WCHA as well. And now we have the change, and the uneasiness is not only for our fans, but I think the fans across college hockey, because we are pretty much a provincial, regional sport. Yeah. And but I think now what this will do, it will get like schools together in conferences, which I think is good. And if somebody wants to add hockey, now there's room for growth. Right. Before we had these big mammoth 12-team conferences. Now the conference will be a little bit smaller. So if somebody does want to add hockey, they'll have a home to go to. Do you have the opportunity to look ahead and say, this is a team that if we can stay healthy, can really go deep? Well, there's a lot of hockey left to be played. I mean, here we are in early December. Right. The biggest thing that's happened to us so far, we've been injury-free. That has to continue. Right. I always say at the end of the year, you have to be good, you have to be lucky, and you have to be healthy. Right. And we've had a little luck so far. We've been pretty good, and most importantly, we have been healthy. I like our group. When you have a senior goaltender like Kent, they can always steal you a game. We also know you get to the end of the year, there's single-game eliminations. We've put ourselves in a great spot right now. That's right. But we have a lot of work left to do this year. Well, Merry Christmas to you and your lovely family, and thanks for being with us. We're delighted to have you here. My pleasure, and Merry Christmas to everybody else. Don Lucia is in the house from the Golden Gopher Hockey. It's only here. It's Game On. Every week it's something. Time now for Who's Hot and Who's Cold, brought to us by Liberty Comfort Systems of Anoka. Who's hot? It's got to be the NHL. They get it right. They approved a radical realignment that gives the league 4 conferences instead of those 6 divisions, and now we'll see teams home and home. The move puts the Wild into a terrific conference set with all the rivals, and you know who they are. Bring on Chicago, Dallas, Detroit, St. Louis, and Winnipeg. Good job, NHL.
Cold, got to be the BCS. It is now time for a college football playoff, for Pete's sake. The BCS is still subjective, and the reasoning behind allowing these college players to not get their legit champ stuns me. The BCS is cold. That's who's hot, who's cold. Brought to us by Liberty Comfort Systems of Anoka. Don't forget, we'd love to have you join us for a live taping of Game On here at 7 in Block E downtown. Check our website for all the up-to-date guest lists. We're going to have Aaron Henderson of the Vikings, Coach Mike Grant of Eden Prairie before New Year's Day, and Brian Lawton, the former North Star and NHL alum. All coming in December and more. Stay in touch with us via Facebook, Twitter, and on our website. It's GameOnTVMN.com.
It's T-Mobile's 4G Wonderland.
Smartphones ring, are you listening? 4G speeds.
Yep, they're blistering.
Stream movies and shows.
It's Santa to go.
Walking in a 4G Wonderland.
Search for gifts.
Like a scooter?
That was fast.
Goodbye, computer.
Our fastest phones of all time.
Like the Samsung Galaxy S2.
And each line is $49.99.
Walking in a 4G Wonderland.
7 is the ultimate fine dining and entertainment destination. There's 3 levels of distinct and unforgettable experiences ahead. 7 is the winner of the prestigious Open Table Diner's Choice Award. It's memorable. You'll never forget 7's 5-star steakhouse, 7's award-winning menu. 7 Sushi is not only unique, but unrivaled. And 7's view is sweeping and magnificent year-round. 7 offers catering, the ease of front door valet, and unforgettable service. It's 7, downtown Minneapolis, your ultimate event destination.
Wallingberg and Diebly believes in families. We understand and support families in all their many forms. And when legal problems arise in the family, Wallingberg and Diebly is there. Wallingberg and Diebly, the premier family law firm of Minnesota. When you need us, call 612-326-3453 or visit wbdlaw.com.
It is time for our high school spotlight. Doug Erlene is with us from Fox 9 Preps and all the stuff you guys do on your website. We got hockey, you've had football, you're moving, you're transitioning into hockey season. This is a great time of year. You're jazzed.
It's one of those ones that some days I meet myself in the door,
yes.
Coming in and leaving. But it is a great time of year, and we just came off a phenomenal football season, and now we're ready for yet another hockey season, Rod, that is absolutely going to be stellar.
If you haven't seen the Fox 9 website and the commitment to high school sports, then you're really missing out, because it isn't possible for the TV station with all the programming to cover all these events. But you guys do it like a blanket on the website.
We do. I mean, this is for hockey. This will be our 5th year that we've live streamed hockey games on myfoxhockey.com, and it's I'd like to say it's work. It is work.
Right.
But when you're passionate about it and you love it, you're playing. You're not working. It's fun.
Chances are you would probably be at some of those games anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I indeed would. I mean, if those who tend to follow high school sports are really passionate about it in the first place. And so it's not odd on even an off night to find me in a rink or in a gym someplace.
Right. And so you blanket that, but you also have a sincere devotion to doing it with MMA, the mixed martial arts, and the high school football. In the spring, you got all the spring sports. It keeps you busy year round.
Indeed, it does. I mean, what we're finding is not only do players find that their sport or whatever is a year-round deal, covering it becomes that way too. But it's, like I said, it's a great thing. You just go to myfoxhockey.com and you'll find it.
Myfoxhockey.com.
You got it. Got to get that my in there.
You got to do that all the time. Doug Erlene is with us, and you can also send him a note if you want something covered. Want to send him a suggestion? You're always listening.
Absolutely, we are. Facebook, Twitter.
Thanks for being with us.
Appreciate you.
Doug Erlene in our high school spotlight. Great hockey stuff. You can never have too much hockey. But right now it's time for our update, the Game On update. The work continues for Big Keith Williams, just back from a nice effort at the NPC Nationals. The former NFL and track standout aiming to be the world's top super heavyweight in bodybuilding. Packer fans are finding out that their record-setting quarterback is also a card, a funny guy. Take a look. Rodgers always caught showing off his stuff at RogersPhotoBomb.com. Cool website. We're still recovering from the good time we had a couple weeks ago with Viking tight end Visante Shenko and Bizarre Foods host and local chef Andrew Zimmern. Too much fun.
Don't hurt yourself because there's a lot of sharp things.
Right.
But hold the legs like this.
Right.
And I do this in 2 bites. 1, 2. So you can do it with your side, either the legs and chest or the brains and eyes.
Friend your eye.
Go ahead.
Golly, I don't know.
No
man,
pressure.
Good, man.
You just don't think about it.
Yeah, just.
All right.
Dude, I was joking. You didn't really eat that.
I didn't eat it. I can still spit it out.
And don't forget, you can find that show, all the outtakes and full versions at our website and on YouTube. And that's your Game On update. And it is time for the MIAC Minute. This is Scott Steffen, the new head coach at Hamlin. Great to have you here, Coach.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
First year, you inherit the regular season champion. And how are things in your rookie season as head coach?
You know, just like any head coach, it's your first year. There's some ups and downs, but you know things are going very well. I only have 4 returning seniors and 1 junior, so we rely on 8 freshmen and 7 sophomores in the lineup, and the boys are playing really well.
I would imagine you rely on defense, goaltending, and you have great expectations from this young team.
Yeah, I do. I mean, the freshmen that we brought in, they don't come out of high school. They play junior, so they're 20 years old. Arguably one of the best recruiting classes Hamlin's had. And we have great leadership. We have an All-American and Brian Aragoni returning, Jordan Van Gilder, Timmy Olsen, and of course our All-MIC goaltender, Bo Christian. So we didn't look to rebuild. We looked to challenge, and we're doing that right now.
Nothing more important than goaltending, is there?
No, in college hockey, it's very important.
You
just had Don on the show, and I'm sure he can tell you. He's obviously very happy with his goaltender, and it can make a difference.
You're engaged to be married.
Yep, I'm engaged to be married.
And she loves hockey.
She loves her hockey. She's from Maryland. She comes from a lacrosse family. But I met her 2 years ago, and she said I don't know much about hockey, but I make a great hockey wife.
What's her name?
She loves it. Lauren.
Hi, Lauren. Great to have you here. And thank you, Coach, for being part of Game On. Delighted to have you with us, and good luck the rest of the way. We're looking forward to big things from you guys.
Great. Thank you very much.
Coach Scott Steffen, the Hamlin head coach of the hockey team, right here. It's only on Game On. Whew, busy show indeed. That's all the time we have today. Detroit and the Vikings coming up in just a couple minutes on Fox 9. Who's going to win again?
Vikings!
Vikings. Now bust your pose. And he's an outside linebacker. For Jimmy and all of us here at Game On, have a great day. Don't forget, we are Minnesota Sports.